Hey everyone, Tidman here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Going to be playing some ranked standard mode here, currently in my quest to hopefully get into top 50 sometime soon here. I'm currently ranked 77, and so I'm looking for some more rank points, trying to climb up a little bit higher. So, get a pair of Bat Riders here, that's probably a pretty good pickup, and I think Clockwork might be a slightly better pickup than Slarder right here. Clockwork's just a little bit tankier and can provide a little bit more time for my Bat Riders to stack up their sticky napalm here on the first turn and really get that damage output going. And I think Clockwork and Scrappies, as a general matter, are a little bit stronger in the current meta than Warriors. Even though Slarder is a great warrior, he's kind of one of very few. So not a big fan of trying to go Warriors this early whenever something like Scrappies is also available. And of course we pick up Warlocks, which does go well with Knights. If you want to go like Knights healers with like Trolls and Warlocks, there's some interesting combos there that Mr. Warlock can potentially fit in, even if he's not like the best option. I don't think we're going to get this one. No, just barely not. That Venomancer had so much damage output. I think he had plus 130 there at the end. So a narrow loss, but not that bad. If we only lose by one, that means we get basically a free reroll out of the deal. We do find a big-time contract here, and I am a big fan of big-time contract, especially as a first-pick item. We already have a Bloodbound that we could throw in, and get that on the Bat Rider. Hopefully we can get somebody with a higher attack damage output here. I don't see anybody in this pack that really fits that bill. Pick up the Snapfire. I'm not really sure that I want to pick up any Heartless. They don't really go well with big time contract. Axe might, if we want to go like a Brute Legion Commander-esque build. But we don't end up really finding anything here, and I'm not terribly optimistic about our odds in this next round. I don't think our build's that strong, since we didn't find any upgrades, don't have any big synergies other than the Bloodbound, but Bat Rider's not necessarily the best holder of it, because it doesn't scale to sticky napalm damage. Looks like we still might get this, though, because he is still going pretty strong, but the opponent's Bat Rider is also ramping up. It'll be close. Looks like we're going to lose this. Yeah, that second set of axes with Kaya, yeah, it's pretty powerful a bonus. Alright, I could pick up Venomancer instead of the axe. I think that may be a better pickup based on what we currently have. So there's a Witch Doctor, gives us Trolls and potentially Warlocks. That would make a lot of sense right now instead of the Clockwork. He's definitely less tanky than the Clockwork, a lot less tanky really, but it provides two alliances. Pick up the Clockwork, use our free reroll. We do find the Bat Rider 2-star. And I think with that we see another Witch Doctor. I'm kind of inclined to go more towards like a Troll, Warlock, Druid maybe build if we want to fit those in, because those are always good options. Or possibly even like a Knights build, more so than the Scrappy build so far. Scrappies are quite strong, but we see two people going towards mages. Well, maybe this person isn't even going towards mages, but I think I'm just going to sell off like the pair of Snapfires here for the Witch Doctor, and maybe I'll sit on the Clockworks for just a moment. We've seen a lot of Storm Spirits, but this is the first time we've seen two at a time. I could have sold off the Clockworks for the Enchantress last pack. I was thinking about that, but I thought holding on to a pair makes a lot more sense. We do have a bit of a losing streak here, and I think I'm just going to sell off these Clockworks to get up to 11 gold, over 10 for interest. And then afterwards we'll pick up the Enchantress, the Shadow Shaman, Druids, just because Shadow Shaman's a Druid and a Troll. Maybe we get up to 4 Trolls, maybe some healers. Don't think we really want Storm Spirit or Viper. Viper maybe if we get like a Dragon Knight to pair with Bat Rider, but seems a little unlikely. Let's use our free reroll. Instead of picking up the Storm Spirits, I kind of want to blacklist them to get higher odds on something like Legion Commander or other 2-cost units that we may want, like Witch Doctor. We do find the Legion, pick up the Lifestealer as well. Legion Commander is just like an insanely strong unit with the Bloodbound, with Big Time Contract in particular. So I'm very happy to try to get her online if we can get her to 2-star. We continue a losing streak here, but despite being 0-4, because we've actually put up like a reasonably competent board, we don't actually have the least amount of life total, even against people who have not even lost every round. I don't really see a need to do anything on this particular board. I have no upgrades defined, and I'm kind of okay if I take another loss here. Just because we probably don't lose by too terribly much, and our life total is good, and a losing streak is a fine thing to just hold on to for a few rounds here. It's not the end of the world by any means. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right here. Just barely can't kill off that Tusk. I don't really think I want any of these guys. Let's just use our free reroll. Still don't want any of these. I don't know. I don't think Tusk is where we want to be. I don't really think Heartless is either. I was thinking kind of Brutes or Druids to pair up with the Enchantress, the Shadow Shaman. Desolator is a pretty good option just as a general purpose item in a lot of different builds, although Kaya and Blink Dagger's better on Axe, but I don't think that's where we want to go. There's the Legion Commander. Well, a second one, not fully upgraded yet, and a Bloodseeker. I don't really think Bloodseeker is where we're going. I don't think Lifestealer is either, if I'm being honest. I think if I'm going to want another Brute, it's going to want to be a Doom for Demons. So we probably continue losing here. That's really no big deal. We pick up the Legion. I don't think Venomancer is going to be what we want to play. I think we just want the 2 Warlocks, and if we get up to more, it's going to be with like Alchemist, Disruptor as like kind of some good late game Warlocks, and not necessarily kind of weaker Venomancer Warlocks. But I don't need to make that decision right now because I got plenty of time. Let's buy this Bat Rider, the Bloodseeker, use the free reroll. We do find the Witch Doctor. That guy's a good one. And still no other like Druid that I really want to go for. There's the 2-star Legion. That's really good. So I think with that, I kind of just want to level and give myself a chance to get the 2-star Legion command, or get her a dual win. I could have sold up to 30 gold for interest, but I just felt like the potential to get a first kill on this Legion Commander is a little bit stronger than getting 1 more gold of interest. Just that potential is a really strong thing. And not going to get it here because I'm dueling a 2-star Treant with the Brute debuff on me. So kind of wasted a little bit of an opportunity there. Alright, so for the rest of this fight, I think we can sell off the Veno, pick up the Dazzle, use our reroll. Nothing really here that we want. Ember Spirit doesn't really fit. I'm just picking up the Vipers in case we want to go Dragon Knight, but that even seems a little unlikely if I'm being honest. Alright, well, I would say I think we take a loss here, but Witch Doctor apparently refuses to go down. Yeah, I think we actually win this. Nope. I really want to lose, because I want to keep this losing streak. No, we won by 12 HP. I mean, at least we killed their winning streak. We killed their win streak. They were undefeated until that point, 6-0. So I guess there's some little consolation there, but I really was not expecting that by any means. Alright, so what do I want to do now? I think just sell to get up to 30. I could have leveled, but I don't have anything good to put in. Like I have nothing that like completes another alliance. So I wasn't really keen on leveling up, although we did win, which was a little unfortunate because that means that I with that win, that does mean that I don't have a losing streak anymore, so I'm more inclined to want to try to win a fight. But of course that's did not happen, and we go up against a strong mage build who beats us. Alright, I guess Abaddon could give us knights. I don't really want that. I would preferably take like a Chaos Knight right here to give us demons. Hey, there's some Chaos Knights. Perfect. Alright, so let's level up now and put in Chaos Knight. Get us demons, get us knights. I'm actually going to move Legion Commander back a step. So she's dueling a little bit too quickly. Not really happy with that, so let's move her back a little bit. I could sell off these Vipers to get more interest, but I still think Dragon Knight is a real possibility, and Viper's still pretty strong, even after somewhat like repeated nerfs. So I'm still kind of okay to hold on to a pair of Vipers. If we can just find Dragon Knight plus Viper, I think I would still be happy with that, because we already have the Bat Rider. I'm not sure that 4 Trolls is really going to happen. We may not get towards Druids. since we haven't found too many Shadow Shamans or other Druids that really make it worthwhile, namely Treant or Lone Druid. Looks like Legion Commander finally got her first duel. I think that step back and plus also the Knights and Demon bonus is a pretty big, pretty important part to helping her get those duel wins. What other demons are there other than Chaos Knight? We could get like a Shadow Fiend. Alright, so definitely want to pick up the Inesix. Anytime you're running a Legion Commander build, Inesix is super important because she counts as an extra demon. Her companion is a demon. If she summons her Golem, it's another demon for the demon bonus. It just really helps to ramp up. Everything to do with demons is just much stronger with Inesix. Pick up another Legion Commander here. Once again, I don't think we're going the Venomancer route. I'd really just like to save up and level up sooner rather than later. Some people... No one's up to 6 yet. Sometimes people level to 6 on this turn. More often than not, it'll be next turn people will level to 6. And I'd hope to have somebody strong to put in at that point. Currently don't have any 2 stars or anybody who really fits. Crystal Main would give us humans, but that's not a very impactful alliance at this point in the game. Did Legion get the dual win? She did not. I think we still win this though. We had our Golem out. Oh no, they had insects. I'm like, Bat Rider is totally fine, and then he died to insects a second before I actually said that. So not going to get this one. That Chaos Knight's just going to one-shot. Almost. If you got one more cast off. Alright. What are my odds? Unit odds? I just want to check that. Definitely like Stonehull Cloak a bit more. It goes really well on a late game Legion Commander who's hopefully going to have lots of kills. Or a Chaos Knight who can also get a lot. Right now I guess it can go on Witch Doctor who's got 6. Kind of the most on our team. Do find a Shadow Shaman and a Shadow Fiend. And a Shadow Demon. Just shadows here. Let's buy those, use the reroll. We do find the Viper and a Lone Druid. Since I didn't win, I'm not really inclined to level up this turn because I'm not trying to defend a win streak. So I think I'll just do it next turn when it's not going to cost me interest because I'll have an extra turn of accumulating gold here. With this Lone Druid plus Shadow Shaman pickup, that does kind of reopen the possibilities of 4 Trolls. But I would probably need to get like a Troll Warlord, because I don't think Dazzle really fits with what we're trying to do. I don't really want to get more healers, and Dazzle's kind of lackluster. I mean, I guess a healer... I guess Omni Knight plus Dazzle could be a thing. So, I don't know. Maybe we do go that way. But we're getting Viper for this next turn. Yeah, let's just level up right now. Put this Viper in. He doesn't give us any alliances. He's just a strong unit on his own right. I'm actually going to give him the big time contract, I think, because he actually hits a lot harder than Bat Rider. Most of Bat Rider's damage is from sticky napalm. And don't think Shadow Fiend is where we want to be. I guess I do lose an interest here. I guess I miscalculated. Oh well. We lose 1 gold of interest. I was thinking Shadow Fiend, I was going to sell off something. That's why I sold off the Shadow Fiend, but I guess it didn't quite count right. No matter. I don't think that's where we want to go. I do like Chaos Knight. I do like Bat Rider and the other Trolls. For our Demon core here. Especially if we're not going to get like Doom with other Brutes. I do think I need to adjust my formation a little bit so that Mr. Warlock dies a lot faster because he's not dying at all. Viper is still our top DPS. We just add him in, no alliances, and he's still top damage. That's pretty impressive. But I want to like move people back like this so that Mr. Warlock hopefully takes a little bit more fire initially and gets knocked out quickly so that he can trigger the Bloodbound Alliance on other units. Here I could level up again, but I don't have anything great to put in. A lot of people probably level to 7 on this turn. Yeah, a lot of people do, but I'm not really in a great spot to do that. I wish I had a dragon, another dragon to put in. But then we wouldn't, then we might have leveled up, but that would still cost us a lot of gold to spend 20 there. Looks like Legion Commander probably will get a dual win here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Look at that, because she got the Bloodbound bonus, so she's hitting so hard for that duration. Unfortunately, she gets stunned by the Crystal Maiden. Not stunned, but, you know, frostbitten, which is basically a stun. Looks like we do get to take the win, though. Nice. All right, so turning around quite nicely. This initial big-time contract has been a big bonus for this build. If you get a big-time contract early, I feel very strongly that you should be kind of forcing a Legion Commander build. Triple Shadow Demon is not really where we want to be because we don't have any other Heartless, and we already have a Demon. I don't want too many Demons because then they're going to kind of mess each other up. I probably shouldn't have rerolled there. I'm not entirely sure why I did. I thought I had a free reroll for some reason. Yeah, I shouldn't have rerolled there. That was just like a waste of gold. Yeah, I am because we didn't find anything, but oh well, no matter. I think our Legion Commander is getting off the ground quite nicely here. She's probably going to win another duel this turn, assuming she can get to cast. Yes, okay, there we go. And so she's going to be ramping up quite nicely. At some point, we're going to take this Desolator off her and give her the Stonehall Cloak and kind of swap those two items. But for right now, I think it still makes sense to keep that Desolator on her to really ensure she gets those dual wins. Alrighty, now we've got a 2-star Chaos Knight. It's possible we should swap this onto the Chaos Knight, who's going to be much more resilient into the later fights. Well, now it makes sense to level here, since it doesn't cost me interest, and I don't have any alliance I can really complete right now, so I'm just going to throw in like the best unit I can, which is an Alchemist. Even after a slight nerf, Alchemist is still just a really strong unit. His Acid Spray does a ton of damage and amplifies your physical damage with the Armor Shred, so he's a really good pickup in a lot of cases. Since the Druids and Trolls really haven't come any further, I think my game plan here is just to find a Dragon Knight and, like, I don't know, maybe a Sven for a 4th Knight, if I want to do that. Because 4 Knights has been buffed recently. 4 and 6 Knights have been buffed up to 22 at each tier, and of course that's important for Legion Commander, as she counts as a Knight and gets a lot of damage reduction, so that'll go really well with the bonus health. So I'm not really opposed to 4 Knights, 4 Warlocks in this build if I do get to that point. Normally you don't like to super stack alliances, but sometimes Knights and Warlocks can make sense. Pick up the Silver Edge here. I think this item is just great in a lot of cases, particularly good on any kind of like damage dealing unit because it gives lots of stats that you want. I wouldn't think Shadow Fiend would be the unit of choice here for if we would level up, but I guess it could work with. I would ideally put in a Disruptor, but I guess you are. I just fear like Shadow Fiend's never going to complete a cast thanks to Chaos Knight and Legion Commander just constantly messing them up because they have fast cast animations and quick cooldowns. But if I need another Warlock, I guess it could work. Oh no, we fed a kill to their Storm Spirit. No. It was a good duel, and then she immediately got hit by a big AoE right after casting the duel, so it did take a little bit of a loss there. No matter. We get the win on the board, and things are looking good. So mainly looking for Dragon Knight, but I guess I could level up and put in Shadow Fiend if necessary. Dragon Knight would be preferable because it would give me humans and dragons. And then I guess I'm kind of looking for a Sven to get up to 4 Knights instead of 3 Warlocks at the moment. We do find the Shadow Shaman. I don't think that's where I want to be. I think I'll just level up here and throw in the Warlock, though. I think that's a substantial bonus, and I lose just 1 gold of interest for doing that, which is fine. This is a really late Treant who's a great unit, but just I think his time has passed for this build. He mainly power spikes before this point, and so it is getting a bit late to try to run him. Alright, Alchemist gets good first cast off. Shadow Fiend is, of course, never going to cast. That's to be expected. Oh, maybe he will. Oh, he does manage to get a cast. He just barely survived at the end there, so that was nice. Does delay our Legion Commander duel, but she still wins the duel, and it's a nice, easy cleanup here. I guess it doesn't hurt to buy the Shadow Shaman, because I can just resell him for the same cost, but yeah, I think I'm going to probably just resell him here. As soon as it makes sense for interest, which is probably going to be this coming turn. We see 3 people on mages. That opponent was actually kind of like a spirit build, which clearly did not work out well for them. I'm going to spend the Bat Rider here. Don't need to cost myself any interest, so I don't need to sell anything off. And yeah, so this is looking reasonable. Once again, just looking for a Dragon Knight to replace preferably Shadow Fiend, and then level up one more time for like Sven and Disruptor would probably be how we would finish out this build. I think that would make the most sense. And then, of course, we can move like big time contract back to a Dragon Knight, which would be insane if we get a 2-star Dragon Knight. This is going to be tough. They get a 3-star Lone Druid, which is, you know, I don't need to tell you that is a pretty scary unit. Legion Commander is up against the Bear, but she wins the duel against the low health target, but then immediately gets rooted by the Bear a couple times, and that is not going well. Our Golem comes down, but it's not going to be enough. Chaos Knight is a little low. No, he can't quite. This Lone Druid's hitting for so much auto attack damage. He's just punching so hard. But our Warlocks in the backline refuse to go down. It's so close. We can't kill the Jull. They've got insects, and they're just, yeah, they're going to run away with this. Jull was at 20-something health, and yeah, this 3-star Lone Druid, as predicted, basically unstoppable. That was like all their damage output. So unfortunately, we cannot complete that win streak there. It was a close one, but 3-star Lone Druid is a force to be reckoned with. Alright, nothing I need here. Let's just use our free reroll. We do find an Alchemist and our own Lone Druid. Sure. I think I'm getting baited in by these druids. I mean, there is an argument to say, like, I can just replace Chaos Knight Bat Rider with Lone Druid Shadow Shaman, right? And still keep trolls, get druids, but lose knights. And I still keep Demon from the Shadow Fiend. I don't really know if that's a good idea, though. That seems mediocre. I am going to lose this time to the Spirits. They did manage to get a Delta Slam off in that particular fight, and so the Spirits do take advantage of me there. I was crushing them quite handily, and now they come back with a vengeance, and what did they change? They got up to 4 humans and got a couple more 2-stars on everything. They rerolled a whole lot to get up to that power spike, so that makes a lot of sense. We basically haven't improved our comp since we last faced them. Unfortunately, we took a couple big losses in a row here, though. Alrighty, don't think I want it. I actually think I'm just going to get rid of these druids. I think that's just a bait that I don't want to deal with. Since I did lose a couple times in a row here, doesn't make sense to level up again. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to keep losing. I want to put a second Bat Rider in. Looks like I got it in. Sweet. Second Bat Rider adds bonus sticky napalm stacks, really gets that to ramp up a lot quicker. So it's kind of like the bristleback effect, where 2 bristlebacks are a lot more effective than just 1. Or just like they've got a great synergy between the 2 of them. Legion Commander unfortunately does not get a win here, and their Treant Protector and their Legion Commander is just unstoppable. How big is she? It's plus 60 damage. I feel like we're a lot stronger than that, but we do take a big loss here. Turns out that their Brute Frontline and the Lone Druid is quite a potent pairing. We do find the Vladimir's Offering. I love this item so much. It's so incredibly strong. I think what I want to do is put Vladimir's over on the Bat Rider, move the Stonehull Cloak back to the Legion, and maybe put a Desolator back on the Witch Doctor. We do pick up an Alchemist here. That's great. Can pick the Shadow Fiend. I do want to start just rerolling a bit more. There's a Dragon Knight. Okay, so let's actually put Vlad's on the Dragon Knight, because he's going to be reasonably survivable and can stay in a spot that'll make a lot of sense for it. And I'm going to kind of move people back here. And Dragon Knight doesn't have a lot of attack damage right away, so I think letting him hold the Vlad's makes the most sense before giving him a damage item. We really want to get him up to 2-star before doing that. Up against the Spirits again, hopefully we don't take another hit like we did just last time, although I'm not liking our odds. We maybe would need to have repositioned, because their Earth Spirit really like silenced our whole backline very quickly, but our Legion Commander did manage to survive the first Delta Slam, and of course she's much tankier now that she's got the Stonehall Cloak, so I think she should be able to win out this fight. And it's really nice that she's going to collect most of these kills here, I'd imagine, and that will that'll be really good for us to stack up her bonus health and just make her even tankier come future fights. So there's the Troll Warlord, but we've definitely given up on the 4 Trolls plan. I guess in theory, the Troll Warlord's probably just better than Bat Rider, if I'm being honest, right? Because we don't need the extra Knight. We have Dragon Knight, Chaos Knight. Maybe I give the attack speed over to him. Yeah, maybe I just get rid of the Bat Riders here, actually. I think that's probably the play. Now I'm just looking for Disruptor to get 4 Warlocks, and we just give up on the idea of 4 Knights, because Sven and others really haven't come together. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. Unfortunately, they've got a big Legion Commander here who's has the Bloodbound bonus and is just demolishing us, but it does get Focus Fire down really quick, so I think we might be able to take this. Not if our Legion Commander dies quickly. Oh, it's going to be close. I think she's going to survive, and I think we're going to get it. This Troll Warlord with the break effect on Silver Edge has been so powerful. He's actually our top DPS, and that's really potent. So this Troll Warlord is a huge pickup there to swap out the Bat Riders for it. I don't think I'm ever going to level to 10. I think our life total is a little bit too low, and there's not anything great to put in at level 10 other than like a Scrappy, which, you know, there's no great Scrappy in the super late game. So I think instead I'm just going to start rerolling at this level, and hey, there's a Disruptor, perfect. So I don't need the Shadow Fiend anymore, and he was kind of bogging down our Warlocks anyway. And I'm still just going to reroll trying to find like a 2-star Dragon Knight, or I guess Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight 3-star, something to 3-star, or a 2-star Dragon Knight. Ideally 2-star Dragon Knight. Since I am a little bit lower on life, that's why I am being a little bit more aggressive in reroll and not really holding up for interest. I'm definitely preferring to use my gold here rather than sit on it, because I'm like 2 big losses would just knock us out, so I don't want to take that risk. I want to get my upgrades as soon as possible. Looks like we're going to take a nice win here over the first place player, actually. So this will be our main competition if we're trying to win this game. Deep Dog here, who is running a... I don't even know what you'd call this. It's a Bloodbound build, because it's got double big-time contract, but no Legion Commander to really speak of, who I think is like a big payoff with the Bloodbound build. And they're kind of a reason we can't find our Chaos Knights. They are hogging up a lot of them as well. Double Alchemist. I don't think 3-star Alchemist is really in our wheelhouse here. Yeah, there's another Legion. And another Disruptor. I'll wait till Mantras locks in to grab that. It seems like Viper's less likely to happen, since we haven't found too many more of him. Ooh, Mages. That is going to be a tough one. If we need to get a quick Disruptor ult off. Looks like we do. Will it be good enough? Probably. Legion Commander is about to cast and mow through their backline. Looks like we got this. Not by much, though, but it's still pretty effective. And, of course, Viper is quite strong against Mages. So we do knock them out. There's actually... It was kind of 3 Mage players, really, and 2 of them got eliminated very quickly, and actually all 3 of them. The Spirits player got eliminated right afterwards. Yeah, Mages are... They can be strong, but they really struggle when they're contested, because they rely a lot on getting... they kind of are like very weak until they find their upgrades, whereas like some other builds can say, oh, I'll just run a 1-star Dragon Knight, or a 1-star Troll, or a 1-star Doom, or 1-star Lone Druid, and they're like okay with it. They're maybe not like super happy, they're not super strong, but they can function. I feel like Mages in a lot of cases can't function if you don't have like a 2-star Keeper. Like, they're just not strong. We do find our Disruptor. That's pretty good for us. I kind of actually think I want Disruptor to hold the Vlad's Offering now. He's going to be tankier, and he's going to be a little bit more centrally located to most of our like frontline guys, and 2,400 health. And I think he's like, more people are going to be within 2 squares of Disruptor than are going to be within 2 stars of the Dragon Knight. See here, like this this Chaos Knight still has the Vlad's bonus here, whereas he wouldn't got it with the Dragon Knight. Arguably, that's like a reason to move it, to have changed it before, but I just didn't really trust that a 1-star Disruptor would survive long enough compared to Dragon Knight with the Knight's bonus and 10 armor baseline. But this is going a whole lot better for us now. This is up against Deep Dog, who lost on their board, but unfortunately we're up against a Phantom, so we don't get to deal a big chunk of 20 to them, or whatever that would have been. Did reroll a whole lot, so we were a little bit low on gold. We do find another Vlad's if we want it. It doesn't stack, but it does allow me to spread it out and like ensure we always have that buff up. I'm okay with that over the other options. The other options are not that great, and I think I'd rather just take the insurance policy of like putting it on Alchemist and just making sure this Vlad's buff is always active. Let's pick up the Dragon Knight, use a couple rerolls, hoping to find 2-star Dragon. No such luck. Like every other 4-cost in the game we're finding. Actually, because I've seen so many here, I want to use a reroll. There we go. I did want to use a reroll because of the blacklisting mechanic. It's kind of an often overlooked mechanic that whenever you manually reroll, whether it's free or pays 2 gold, the units that were in your previous shop cannot appear in your new one. So in that case, I had so many 4-cost units in that shop that I knew that when I rerolled again, any 4-cost unit that shows up will not be a Kunkka or a Necrophos or Slark, the ones that showed up there, which therefore means there's a much higher odds of the Dragon Knight. So if there's like a lot less in that pack, a lot less 4-cost units, I probably wouldn't have sold off the Chaos Knight there to reroll, but because I knew that the odds of Dragon Knight was substantially higher if I manually rerolled right then, I was going to do it. And then we have to lock, and we'll pick it up here. That means I kind of want to move the probably big-time contract over to the Dragon Knight, actually, instead of on the Chaos Knight. He'll be a lot more resilient here at 2-star, and Chaos Knight 3-star is just not looking very likely. Alright, pick up the Dragon Knight. Now, really, there's nothing to put in. Nothing to really reroll for, either. Like, Troll Warlord's the closest thing, but I think I'd rather level up, rather than try to blindly reroll for a Troll Warlord. What are we up against? A couple of people with 4 Warlocks. I think if I ever get to level up, another Disruptor would make the most sense, or just a 2nd Legion Commander, although it doesn't have any bonus damage. So now I think we're just going to sit on our gold, try to get this, just try to save gold, hopefully get up to level 10, and that'll be our best chance at winning. Looks like we do take this win. Our Dragon Knight's uncontested. Opponents running a very similar build to us. They got Druids, but otherwise we're pretty similar. They also have a 2-star Disruptor, so another 2-star Disruptor on our end is probably really unlikely. Luckily we take them down, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd literally need the last 2 in the game. Alright, so it's a 1v1. The player we just faced versus us. We had a pretty good formation for it, I thought. So I'm not really inclined to make too much of an adjustment. I need to save up 35 gold from here to get the level up. Actually, like Void Spirit might be good. Maybe better than Disruptor, honestly. Let's take a look at the formation. Have they made adjustments? They've got a Sand King. I don't think that changes much. I was kind of okay with Sand King. Maybe I should move like Witch Doctor off to the left to maybe bait Sand King over that way instead of towards my Essex and Dragon Knight. But he comes into the fight really late. So I guess I'm not that concerned about their Sand King. Like, look how long the Sand King is taking to cast. And then it actually goes up this way. Doesn't even hit the Dragon Knight. He's still uncontested. It's still like full damage, full HP. But our front line's kind of crumbling here. Disruptor did get a second ult off, but then he immediately died. And I'm not liking the looks of this. They've got 2 2-star Dragon Knights, and that's going to be way too much damage for us. Oh my gosh, 23 damage. Ugh. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to save up. So let's think, how can I... what can I do about this? What can I do? Is it literally just like stay more spread? I don't really want to do that, but I guess we could. I really don't want to do that because of the way the Vladimir's offerings work. But I don't want to get cleaved down by those Dragon Knight triggers, so it's kind of hard. I just have to hope I take a round win, and then am able to level up, because I don't think rerolling a lot for this. I would need to like just naturally hit a pair of Troll Warlords. That just seems very unlikely. So we're just going to hope for the best here. Looks like Legion Commander did get a dual win. She did get immediately then rooted, but their Dragon Knight's getting so big, I can't get any damage on it. My Legion Commander's just constantly CC'd. She's not doing anything. I mean, she did a lot initially, but their Dragon Knight's uncontested. Their Bear's taking so long to kill. Looks like we are going to take this win, though, with this more spread out formation. Their Dragon Knights don't do quite enough, and despite our Legion Commander getting rooted multiple times, it did end up working out there for us. So maybe I need a second Legion Commander. It cost me 35 gold, so I could sell. I could get there. Would a second Legion or a Void Spirit be better? I think a second Legion is better. So let's just get her in here, put her on the other side. I guess give her the Desolator. And pick up this one, and then hope for the best here. Yep, there's nothing major I can do to rearrange. Just really hoping the Legion Commander and the Chaos Knight can bust through this Lone Druid real quick. Immediately gets rooted. The first Spirit Bear attack roots. That's unlucky. But she's about to duel the bear. Nope. Or she's about to die to the Dragon Knights. Oh my goodness. That's right. We've got another one on the other side. This one is not nearly as powerful, but she is a substantial bonus to our team. Our Dragon Knight is now splashing onto both of theirs, and I think we're going to take this win. We're not. I don't think this is enough to eliminate them, though. Nope, just 18. So we do get another shot at re-rolling here. I don't even know if a 3-star Dragon or 3-star Legion Commander is the right pick. If I would even be able to get it. I don't need another Vlad's Offering. I mean, it's a great item. I wish it stacked, but it does not. So I think it may actually be Tombstone here. It provides a lot of tankiness. I mean, I wish it was Refresher Orb. Like, they got a Refresher Orb. But Vlad's is a great item. I don't need 3 copies of it because it does not stack. I think Tombstone is a pretty good pickup in this case. Let's see if we can hopefully just get this Lone Druid dead ASAP. And by moving our guys up and putting them around this Tombstone, I think that's our best bet. Legion Commander's gonna not duel here. Does get a dual win, gets tons of damage, then gets, of course, rooted by the double bears. Dragon Knight is attacking the wrong target. Stop attacking this target, Dragon Knight. You need to attack just straight forward. But our Legion Commander is like basically unkillable. Like, this bonus health from this Stonecloak, like, she's been rooted down and been attacked by both Dragon Knights just perpetually, but she just refused to die. So yeah, that more spread out formation, getting the full benefit of the Vladimir's Offering and the real tankiness and HP bonus from that Stonehold Cloak just ramping up over a couple lost fights, turned the corner there, and we do manage to take down a win for plus 83 points. Well on our way up to the top 50. It was a close fought match, though. Just goes to show the power of Bloodbound, or Big Time Contract, and Bloodbound Alliance with Legion Commander and just the power of this build. Our opponent was running something similar. They, of course, had more big-time contracts and 0 Legion Commanders, but yeah, I do think this is a very powerful build in the current meta, and if you pick up an early big-time contract, I would highly recommend doing something like this if you can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.